Final girls are nothing new in horror, but there's just something special about Christmas horror final girls. They don't get enough love. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about some of my favorite Christmas horror final girls. This video is gonna have spoilers about all the films I'm talking about, so I'll leave some timestamps down for you below so you can skip ahead and avoid any spoilers. Coming in at number 5 is Ashley from Better Watch Out. Ashley is a good babysitter. She's a young teenage girl. She's trying to keep the kid she's babysitting from danger, but it turns out she actually needs to keep herself from danger from him because he is psychotic. What I love about Ashley is she doesn't give in to this little kid throughout the movie. She fights back the entire time. She outwits him, and it's really fun to watch. I think she's a strong final girl. Coming in at number 4 is Angela from P2. Angela is a very hardworking, career-driven person to a fault. She kind of overworks. She misses holidays and special events for her family. She decides this year she's actually gonna make it to her family's Christmas Eve. She's not gonna let them down. She did stay late, however, to the holiday party, but as she's leaving and goes out through the garage, she finds herself trapped inside. She then becomes a victim of the security guard there who is in love with her, and he's been watching her, and he kidnaps her. She's never a damsel in distress in this movie. She approaches the situation so uniquely, where at first she tries to win over the security guard and build trust with him and let him know that he's her friend. She humanizes herself, and it's really fun to watch. She doesn't immediately go for, let me kill you and get out of here. But as the situation unfolds, she realizes that's not gonna work, and she starts fighting back. She is just a badass in this movie, and she goes through hell, but she comes out of it on top. She looks like a badass with an axe, I have to say. Coming in at number 3 is Kate in Gremlins. I feel like Kate is overlooked a lot because she's not the main focus of Gremlins. It's typically Gizmo and whatever the fuck his name is, the main character. I never gave a shit about him. I always cared about Kate, aka Phoebe Cates. She's just that perfect girl next door, and you can understand why the main character is in love with her. Who wouldn't be? Because I fell in love with her. She's been through hell. When she gives this monologue about what happened to her dad on Christmas, that he dressed up as Santa and went down the chimney to surprise them, but unfortunately slipped and broke his neck, I clung to her every word, and you're like, oh my god, how could she survive that? And now she's having to go through this bullshit with Gremlins, but she does so, and she does so with grace, and she's never afraid. She's always strong. She's always supportive, and I just love her. Coming in at number 2, we have Anna from Anna and the Apocalypse. Anna has big dreams, and she's not gonna let anybody stop her, including her dad, who doesn't want her to move on and move forward and blossom in life because he's just a protective dad. He wants to keep her around, but she wants to spread her wings and fly, you know? So Anna and the Apocalypse, it's a fun little musical, and Anna is basically just trying to deal with high school bullshit while also dealing with a zombie apocalypse, and she does so very well. She handles her own. She is the kind of friend that you want to have on your side. She would literally die for you. She's so compassionate. She's so sweet. She's a good singer, and I just love that she loves her dad, and she's not afraid to let him know her actual feelings. She's very honest, and it's just so fun to watch her journey in Anna and the Apocalypse. I love seeing her really just become more determined, and she kind of grows into her own through this apocalypse. She gets to break away, as one of the songs says, and I just love her. Coming in at number 1 is Jess from Black Christmas, the iconic Christmas horror movie about a sorority house on Christmas Eve that is being stalked by a creepy killer. Jess is our lead protagonist, and not only is she dealing with this creep that keeps calling with profane stuff and starts killing off her sorority sisters one by one, she's also dealing with a really shitty boyfriend, and she's also pregnant, but she's so certain of herself and her goals and what she wants in her life and what she doesn't, and she doesn't let anybody around her deter her from that and tell her what to do and tell her how she should feel. She's always been adamant, always strong, and always voices her opinion, and she's always there for the people around her. When this situation happens, she goes to try to help her friends no matter how scary the situation is. She goes through hell. She's so strong-willed. She is the perfect final girl. When you look up final girl, she is the definition of a final girl, and I love her, and I think she deserves more love. love, as do all of the final girls in this video that I talked about. What do you think of the final girls I talked about? What final girls do you think should be added to this list? Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.